Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of three, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is a really quick eyebrow routine. This is pretty much my updated routine. I usually do my eyebrows before today because I wanted to show you guys my eyebrow routine. I did my makeup first and left my eyebrows bare. Now, before I get started, I must say I want to smack the dog doo-doo out of Doug Ford because I have not been able to get my eyebrows done in weeks. I've been razoring them and they just are not giving, and I'm very, very frustrated because this lockdown is driving me mental. That being said, my eyebrows are not plucked, not threaded, not even shaved. So this video is perfect for the untamed brow. First things first, you'll need your angled brush. This is my, let me see here, let me see if I can get it to focus for you. This is my MAC 263 brush. Sorry about the focus. I'll be using the Benefit Ka-Brow in the shade number 5. And I'll also be taking my Goof Proof pencil, but I'll only be using the spoolie, so the brush. First thing I want to do is brush all of my eyebrow hairs up. Usually when I brush them up like this, I see how scraggly they are. And so at this point, I would generally take my face razor and coif them a bit. But since we don't want to do that, I brush them up to see just how messy they are, just so I can feel like a barbarian. And then I brush them down. I kind of tame them down and backwards, really. So you can actually do that in one motion, but I do it in 2 or 3. So once they're like this, I repeat the same thing on the other side. And I'm gonna keep this in real time, or as close to real time as possible. Keep in mind that because I'm filming and I stop to talk, it's gonna take a little bit longer than it would. Get this hair out the way. Okay, and once they are looking like this, I can go ahead and get to penciling them in. So I take my brush and I dip it into my product and I kind of wipe it off on the sides. Now, I usually am doing my eyebrows in my washroom, so I'll take any excess brow product and wipe it on a piece of paper towel because I don't want too much. But since I'm not in my washroom, I'm going to use the back of my hand instead. And this helps for a smoother application. So now the product is on my brush, but it's really flattened on my brush because I wiped off majority of the product. It's literally just brow residue now, or brow product residue that I'm using. Then I start about right here, so just past the halfway mark, and I do the shaping. So I start there and I bring it down. It's really important to follow the natural shape of your brow. Don't be doing too much, okay? Don't be adding stuff that's not there. I then dip back into whatever I wiped off, unless it's dried. And I do the bottom. I then take whatever's left on it and sort of fill in the hole. And then my favorite part, I take the spoolie and I just drag. So if you've followed me for years, then my brow routine has never really changed much. But this helps tremendously. You just drag that product right through the brow and you're pretty much done. Now, I don't really use concealer under my brows for the most part. If I feel like I need to darken this, which I do, I'll use the same method, dip back into my product, wipe it off some, and just fill in where I find is a little sparse. And so far, I actually really like the way my brows look, so when you find that you like it, leave it alone. Don't do too much. I wanted to do a more natural brow today anyway. If you want to add more, you definitely can. So I'm going to repeat the same steps on this side. Just a tip, if you find that your brow product is drying out, this one definitely was, you can just throw a little bit of castor oil in there, and specifically castor oil, especially if you're trying to grow your brows back from over plucking. Throw some castor oil in there and mix it up, and it's as good as new. You don't need to buy a brand new product. Now obviously if you do not have full brows like I do, you might have to modify this a bit, but I would say to keep it as close to this routine as possible if you find that you like the look of the brows. If you don't have full brows, you probably are not even watching this video, so I don't know why I'm addressing you. Pro tip is to find somebody that has eyebrows similar to yours. And so now, once both of them are done, if I look at them and I'm like, they could be better, I'll take whatever's on my brush, and I'll just define under here with it, because I don't conceal my brows. And then I brush upward. And literally it's been 5 minutes since I actually started the brows themselves, and I'm done. Always remember, brows are sisters, not twins. Hell, they might even just be cousins. When you're done, make sure that you screw the lid back on your brow product, especially if it's a pomade, real tight, because you do not want it to dry out. And that is pretty much it. So that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys found the tutorial super easy. These are my brows, and these are what I'm gonna work with for the rest of my life. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share, girl, if you liked this video. I love you all so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one.